If you have a hearing problem, there are a number of possibilities to where that hearing problem could actually be coming from. Audiologists have extensive training in the anatomy and physiology of the ear and how the whole system works.
Audiologists generally have 2 or 3 credentials. One is they have a degree from a university program. In fact, in this country, you're not allowed to be called an audiologist unless you have got that training. They need to be licensed, and then they typically have a certification from one of our professional organizations. And both licensure and certification are important because it shows that you should have continuing education courses and keep up with the evolving practice of the field and understanding the treatment options that are available both today and that are coming down the road.
Hearing loss is a medical issue, so once you find out, number one, do we have a hearing loss? What caused the hearing loss? Is it something that can be medically repaired? Or hearing loss impacts relationships. And the minute that they notice that their communication is impaired with their loved ones, with their friends, or out in the world, they need to see an audiologist.
I began to notice that I was not hearing and not being able to pick up on things as well as I should. And finally understood that it was me that was changing and not the rest of the world. I began to work with an audiologist, and it was actually quite surprising how much hearing loss that I had. If you get with a good audiologist, there is light at the end of the tunnel, there is hope, and you can adjust the hearing aids so that they actually begin to do what they're intended to do and let you hear the real world as it exists.
In order to really find out and get to the bottom of your hearing problem and meet your fullest potential to be able to hear and communicate, you really need the expertise of a master's or doctoral level audiologist. Some of the things that you can expect when you come in for a full diagnostic hearing evaluation are ear and bone conduction testing, speech testing in different conditions, middle ear testing with tympanometry and acoustic reflex testing, personal counseling regarding your hearing loss and listening needs, and recommendations as to what the very best hearing aids will be suited to your individual needs. There are so many different types and styles of hearing aids out there, and without the appropriate amplification and the appropriate diagnosis, you could miss medically treatable conditions, you could be sold hearing aids that are inappropriate and will never meet your needs, and you could be prescribed hearing aids that could cause potentially further damage to your hearing.
Hearing aids nowadays are just phenomenal. Everybody's hearing loss is individual, and the hearing aids need to be selectively fit to match those areas so that we can help their hearing the best way possible. You don't want to spend thousands of dollars on hearing aids when it could be medically repaired quite easily.
My hearing just continued to get worse and worse, particularly in a group situation. So I decided, with my wife's encouragement, to go ahead and get my hearing checked. The doctors who tested said, you may consider hearing devices. The ability to manipulate the devices is very important to me. I can change the volume up or down. I can change the tone on each ear individually or both ears at the same time. I can go in the church now and I can adjust the hearing devices to where it's comfortable for me and save that setting. So when I go back to church the following Sunday, hit church and boom. So it's been great. It's been great for me.
Hearing loss is an individual condition. My hearing loss is not the same as your hearing loss, is not the same as your next door neighbor's hearing loss. There are different areas of the frequency spectrum that are impacted. Say there's the individual needs that you as an individual have with regard to your particular communication problem. And these are the kinds of things that the audiologist is best trained, because of the number of years of training and the experience that they have, to address those particulars of your hearing loss. It's not a one-fits-all in terms of the problems associated with the hearing loss or the solution.
If you want to be connected to your friends, to your family, to your loved ones, to your grandchildren, and be able to hear what they're saying to you, go ahead and don't be afraid to make that change and see the audiologist.
To find an audiologist near you, please visit our website and start leading a fuller, more vibrant life.